Hey there, folks. My name is Dazer, and welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero, Act 3. Okay, here we go. We're back in here. We just got done doing some karaoke. It was a blast. Well, hope you liked it. Kind of sad, isn't it? I've heard it before. Kind of. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. We've just got to get our fee from Harry, and then we'll get you headed to Zero. So talk to Harry. Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I said the crowd was into it. Reverential. Wrapped. I guess the usual fee is about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just the... Damn it, I was trying to tell you two. I can't pay. They cleaned me out. I've got nothing left but the GD goddamn IOU from the distillery. An IOU. Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credits, so I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been hell of a trade. I had to. Got to keep this place open somehow, goddammit. Watch your language, Harry. Could you pay them with your IOU? Well, very contemporary, very astute. How about it, Harry? Let's just push some paper around. Well, it's just... I can collect on it here when they bring more whiskey up, but for you to cash in, you'd have to go down to, down to the distillery, down to hard times, and, you've got to take the Zero. So that's what we'll do. How do we get there? Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been there myself. But I hear, people hear things. That's where we've got to go. Do you know another way to get to Dogwood Drive? Dogwood? Got a letter, did you? I've got a stack of them. Well, okay, sounds like the Zero's your only course now. Harry, you're all right. If only... You got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you've got to do. Take a left out of the parking lot, and then just fiddle around with your dial until you hear something familiar. But, familiar but strange. You know the feeling? Like, I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's the deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look right. And it's even stranger for being so close to familiar. Something like that. You know it when you'll hear it. You'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station to your dial, drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean, right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for, eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? Alright, let's go. Alright. Oh my. Okay. So... So what am I looking for here? So we go... This is the station. Doesn't quite match that bartender's description. Definitely weird, though. Let's keep scanning. He'd say we'd know when we heard it. Let's see here. Anything else? No. Maybe? I don't know. What's this station? I've never heard this before. Sounds like horses. Horses running? A race? Lysa and Ira had some horses years back. Yeah? I've always been a little afraid of them. They're so big and... I don't know. You look in their eyes and they're almost human. Like, they're human and animal at the same time, since they've been domesticated so long, I guess. Well, that fits familiar but strange for me, Harry said. Just drive until it cuts out? Whoa! Whoa! Alright. Drive until it cuts out. Oh, got a cutscene. Okay, sure. Let's... What? What? Horsies! Horsies everywhere! What are they doing? Okay, I guess it's time to turn around. That was... And we're in the Zero. Hall of the Mountain King. Let's see here. Where else? We need to get back to the Bureau. That's where we need to go. So, let's just keep going around until we find it. Or until we hit a dead end. Oh. Okay, then never mind. We gotta turn around and go this way. So, go back. That's usually how this works, right? I turn around, go back, and then it has completely different things. Right? Or is this version of the Zero just one thing? The Hall of the Mountain King. I guess so. Guess we'll go to the Hall of the Mountain King and see what happens. Act 3, Scene 4. Hall of the Mountain King. We gotta get back to the Bureau! Blue, how you doing? What do you suppose happened here? They don't keep the roads up too well, do they? Never have, not down here. Who do you think is responsible? So empty, just let it go, I guess. Alright, let's go talk to Johnny. Time to cut him loose, ma'am. Time to come loose, ma'am? Well, now I'm having fun. You bored? Ha, okay, slow night anyway. In the bridge. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Boardwalk. Empire. Yes, I just made that reference. Never seen it, but I'm making the reference. Let's take a look at this rope here. What's this rope for? A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Okay, let's keep going. Computers. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Keep going up. There's something there. Dog cage, pet carrier. Oh god, everything's on fire. That's not good. Pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. Oh my. Go to the backpack. Something ain't right here. Something ain't... Oh, there's a person there. There's a person right there. Hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Fire. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of a chamber. Amy. Oh god, I love this. I really love when it does this pan. That's so cool. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here, shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were here too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interests at heart while really you're in love with the young woman as well, and so you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections. But it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. I'm into it! What are you talking about? No, you're right. It's insipid, derivative. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to The Fields of Longing. Real hot, Bodis-ripping stuff, you know. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment, just me and my thesaurus, steaming up the windows. Why did you stop writing? You know. Suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. Inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. Ha! So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction. And then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Okay, let's go talk to the old man here. Oh god, this is so cool. I love this panning shot. It's so cool. The way it rotates looks so awesome. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Softly. Where the old green river runs, through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? Sorry, did we settle? What's that song? Oh, you've caught a verse of my absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing to herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky, where my love a lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs, through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is what we were talking about. What were we talking about? What's that computer over there? Looks pretty vintage. We're a bit lost, actually. Ah, you came from the road. The Zero. No. You should stay off that road. Not safe. Bizarre topology. You'll never get anywhere. It just brings you right back here. Bridge is out down there. Yes. We're quite marooned in this moment. But I don't mind, not anymore. This is where my life's work is. The computer, right on the other side of the spire. It looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot. Or to flower. No. It's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively, and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. Believe you me. And that's to say nothing of the software, but you look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry? Sounds like it was short circuit. Certainly. But not all of it. Some moldy filaments are more or less conductive than others, and it grows in non-linear, chaotic patterns. We can guide it a bit through a simple application of classical horticulture, but we can't produce specific results, only tendencies. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings! But we are mere gardeners in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The caves stretch far away. We are too late. Always too late. What? Did you say something? You were about to tell us about the software? I'm just interested in the mold computer. Oh, the software. My life's work. XANADU. XANADU? Really? You've heard of it? I've heard of the movie. Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. XANADU has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in literary multitudes, hypertextual narrative as post-structural witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on these circuitries, XANADU blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted. Then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something, and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop, and we're closing down. I fix TVs, and I'm about to lose the lease on my workshop. My family disappeared. Julie and me don't know what to do. Not really. I drive deliveries for a small antique shop, and we're closing down. Shuffling around the dusty ghosts of antiquity. Well, I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in there, in XANADU. It's running on that glorious, dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce anyway. Far too late to do anything. What he's talking about actually is not too far from the truth. They've actually made calculators using algae, which is some interesting scientific stuff that's going on. Do you know that if this cave were larger, could it... I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got it. How would you characterize this space, the one we're standing in now? It's a mess. A catastrophe. or the site of some ancient catastrophe anyway. Sure, the evidence is all around us. The shadows make it hard to tell how big it is. Sure, but they're not just shadows, right? I mean, they could be... They're projections, or maybe they're anatomies. How's that? Can you tell where we are now? Surrounded by creeping anatomies. Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Only if you close yours. Okay. Good. Now. You are standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. What? Okay. Sorry to disappoint. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't be so attached to the future. It's always getting in the way of my work. Better to be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting with no attachment. Let me give you an example. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on this project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as a real labor, instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer. And I've put in the hours, believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write, and all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. Do you dream of electric sheep? Anyway. Alright. Gate. Let's take a look at the gate there, I guess. And then we will take a look at XANADU. A massive gate constructed out of scavenged materials blocks passage down to the far side of the spire. Roberta. We're just going to talk to the people until we get to XANADU. Like, I want to talk to all the people first, and then we'll go to XANADU. The kingdom is in peril! Well, what else is new? Do you work here? Where's this kingdom? Work? You could call it that. I gather old circuit boards and throw them in the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry. Talismans. A magic mirror that prevents the future. A magic shield that protects the bearer from age. A magic chest that was always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. And then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into senescence. The kingdom is in peril. Alright. Time for some XANADU stuff. Let's take a look at it first. See what we can find. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. Boop. Here we go. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. Alright, let's press the run key. Press the key. Good. Press the key. Act 3, Scene 5. XANADU. Alright. What? Okay. At Den of Ardo. What the hell? This thing is in rough shape. Do these switches do anything? Try blowing on it. Blow some dust off the keyboard and press the return key. Okay, that's worse. Kind of looks like a house. Type house. House. Connie? in... I could not... What the hell? Carrying on the backs of Lula. Did that say Lula? Donald. I've got the machine. The cool. Dishouse your... Damn, I can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degausser with me. Old system like this, one can build up a remnant magnetic field that sort of warps everything along whatever pattern it's settled into, you know? The degausser clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway, like shaking a snow globe. Ha, worth a shot. Alright, give it a shot. Hall of the Mountain Gink. Well, okay. Is where you... I quit. This is a lost cause. What piece of junk. Act 3, Scene 6. Hall of the Mountain Gink. I know that's not what it said, but... Bizarre. And what was that about Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Well, let's go talk to him. See what he has to say. Donald! Come here, yo. Yo, buddy. Yo, yo. What up, yo? I'm gonna start putting yo at the end of sentences now during this entire playthrough. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. That'd be dumb. So, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? Is that the end, yo? The chalky bones of a beautiful dream. But you can see it once was, can't you? Can't you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. I have no idea if I'm doing the same voice as I did before. I'm just whirling with it. At first we only heard them walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. They look like... No, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me, but it's too late. If I'd listened to Lula, Or Lula. Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. How do you know her? No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together, did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Lula is gone from here, but... Donald points across the cave with his pipe. Still in there, XANADU. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway, but XANADU, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. Until... But maybe... Those weird interlopers destroyed my XANADU. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've sent many eager seconds to negotiate with them, to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel, push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness, watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal, and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe, and a few dreams left. All right. Let's do that then. Let's get out of here and go there. Act 3, Scene 7. Where the Strangers Come From. Whoa. God, I love how this game looks. It's so freaking beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. It's so minimalist, and it's so pretty, and it's so crisp and clean. I love it. It's so cool. It's just the best. I love it. Just every shot looks amazing. Every single one of them. Oh, okay, there I was. I was like, where am I? What am I doing? Alright. We made it out. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside. It's muddy. Yeah, that's what he said. Crystals and then mud. Okay. I want to stay outside. Why? I think I saw a lizard. I'll stay with him. Okay, we'll make it quick. Whoa. Oh, I'm playing as the kid now. Okay. Take a look at the headstones. An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Carl Collins' generous disposition will be missed. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. Field date, notes of almond. Let's take a look at all the headstones, shall we? An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Ed Corcoran and Jeremy Douglas. We think you two would really have liked each other. Field date, weird finish. Okay. Let's go back to this one. Anthony Vicario always had a far-off look. Probably still does. Aftertaste of rainwater. Hurry up, kid. Go. 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 Run like the wind. Carlos Figueredo or Alan Cook. Sweet and fungal. What? Alright. James Mao would have wanted it this way. Maple turpentine. Alright. Anders Hartson should have said something. Sense of foreboding. Great. Alright, and this one? Unknown. Seemed reasonable. Alright. Easy on the nose. Alright, let's talk to Junebug. Find any lizards? One, but it went under a rock. I wasn't really looking. Nice cover story, kid. Why do you dress like a punk? Do you have a family? Is that guy your boyfriend? Nah, what's a boyfriend anyway? It's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything to me. He's my cricket. See, it means something. It's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kid your age would be in bed. You've just got to make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half-foot shorter and all gray. No eyes. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. And we knew we weren't miners. We slipped out onto the road, just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. I feel less like myself without any my folks. Sure, some people are born into a family. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, what'd you guys find? Anything useful? Anything helpful? Please? Something? Hopefully? There you are. What'd you find in there? It wasn't... Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Right, okay. We got what we need. Let's go. Alright. Act 3, Scene 8. Hall of the Mountain King. And... boop. We're going to end it there for this episode. God, I love this game. Like, obviously, it's not... It's hard to say that it's a game. It's very much like The Walking Dead. It's a lot like Telltale-style games, where it's more of a point-and-click adventure, Monkey Island, things like that. not a whole lot of like, you know, puzzle solving and things like that, but I really enjoy how it's written like a script for a film. I'm a filmmaker. I really enjoy reading scripts, and just the way that it all flows and everything's really well put together. The art style is absolutely amazing. Everything about this I really enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoy this one too. And we will get into the ending. We're probably near the end. It's usually about 3 episodes for these acts. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. You guys will make this channel happen, and I thank you very much for that. And I will catch you in the next video.